crap. I forgot.
I asked them, and they were like, and then they said it, and I was like, that's not how it's spelled. And they're like, oh, it's fine, it's spelled. I was like,
What'd they say it was?
they were like, Rubia. And I'm like, that's not what that
This is Cova Rubius. Carubius? Hello out there, Panther fans. We should be getting started here on a nice Sunday afternoon. York College versus the visiting Tabor College Blue Jays. Tabor was able to take both games away from the Panthers yesterday, but if York has anything to say about it today, that will not be the case. On the mound for the Panthers, we have Robert Covarrubias. This is only his second start in a Panther uniform. He's pitched one game away, and so excited to see him today here at Levitt Stadium. Michael Baca, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays, as he was both days yesterday, so looking to get on base here. Baca, a right-handed hitter versus Covarrubias, a right-handed pitcher. First pitch, going to be high, ball one. Bit of wind today here at Levitt Stadium, so look for hitters to try to put the ball on the ground. And Baca hits that one right in between right and center field, and Pella in right field snags it. That'll be out number one. Next up is Baez. A nice play running down that ball by Pella. Thought the wind was going to push that one down, but kept it up just long enough here. Now Gotti Baez steps into the box. A lefty. He was able to get on quite a bit yesterday, and he's got some speed, so it's a risky first pitch. Going to hit that corner, strike one. The thing to know about Robert Covarrubias is that when he throws balls in the strike zone, he's got some tremendous power behind them. It's focusing on that control that's going to be the biggest challenge that he has here today. That and the wind. Next pitch high. 1-1 the count now. Covarrubias lines up. Ooh, and that one's going to bounce off of the leg of Baez, so we have a runner on base. Center fielder Jarek Sigg steps up now, with Baez over on first. Baez, a risk to run. So Covarrubias is going to have to keep his eye over there on first, with a tough batter in the box here in Jarek Sigg. Covarrubias delivers. Sigg hits that one, a grounder to the third base line. It's going to be foul for strike one. Covarrubias shakes off the sign from Anctil. Checks Baez over at first. Throws back, and Baez will slide in safely. The count remains 0-1. One out here in the top of the first. Tabor's got a runner on first base. And arguably their best hitter, center fielder Jarek Sigg at bat. The pitch. Sigg swings and is going to foul this one off down the right field side. Looks to be out of reach. And it is. Strike two. So Sigg able to make some okay contact here, but just a little bit behind. Again, that's due to the velocity on these pitches that Covarrubias is throwing. Covarrubias, one of our bigger strikeout pitchers, at least in practice. Again, he's rather fresh when it comes to gameplay here in the NAIA. Throws back over to first. Baez is safe. Sigg facing an 0-2 count. The pitch. He swings. It's a hopper over to second base. Marquez can't get the ball in his glove, and both runners will be safe. cleanup hitter Alex Couch steps up now, with runners on first and second. I'm not sure if that last play will be ruled as an error by Marquez, because I think he was looking to get the ball in his glove, tag Baez out, and make the play over to first, try to get a nice double play, but unfortunately, both runners are safe now with only one out. First pitch to Couch. Gonna fall over that corner of the plate for a strike. And I think Covarrubias is breaking out his slider now. A nasty slider that just drops off the bottom there. With great ease. Next pitch, a grounder over to first base. Bueno fields it, tags his base. Can't get the ball to anybody else, but that'll be out number 2. Tanner Bell batting now for Tabor. Again, a right-handed hitter. He struggled yesterday a bit, getting some strikeouts in both games. But he's got 2 runners in scoring position and a good opportunity here to put the first runs on the board. That first pitch going to be a bit high, I guess, for a ball one, but it looked right over the plate to me. Covarrubias has 2 outs here in the top of the first. Next pitch, very high up and in. And Bell gets out of the way of that one, but that's going to be a ball 2. But it could have been another hit batter. And I do have confirmation that hit by Sig will be ruled a hit and not an error on Marquez. Bell hits this one over to third. Mike Johnson has it, throws it over to Bueno at first, foot on the bag, and that'll be out number 3. And no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the score will be 0-0 going into the bottom of the first. Stay tuned for more Panther baseball. Due up for the Panthers, we have our classic 1-2-3 as we had yesterday in both games. Third baseman Mike Johnson's leading off, then shortstop Anthony Enriquez, and then batting third is first baseman Jose Bueno. An exciting 1-2-3 as we've seen a lot of great athleticism and patience from leadoff hitter Mike Johnson. Love watching him be the leadoff hitter here. And I was speaking with Anthony Enriquez before the game, asking about how do you change your mentality going in from one day to the next after Panthers had some tough losses in the first 2 games yesterday, some close games. What do? Do you change anything up? And Ant told me that they don't change any mentality. They just got to keep their heads on straight, come back out there and do what they know how to do. So they're excited, going to try to put the ball on the ground today, move some runners around. Again, one of the fastest teams in the NAIA with these Panthers here. And I think you'll see some of that today if we can get on base. Especially if either Mike Johnson or Enriquez gets on base in front of Jose Bueno, who has some tremendous contact and the highest slugging percentage on the York College team. On the mound today for the Blue Jays is Russell Longworth. Longworth, a lefty. His brother also plays with him for the Tabor team. Nice little family bonding here. Alrighty, here comes Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson, for those of you that aren't used to him just yet, a righty hitter. Stepping up to face the lefty Longworth. First pitch, gonna be swung at, a little chopper to Longworth. Throws it back over to first. And that'll be a quick out, number 1. Now batting Anthony Enriquez. Enriquez stepping in now with nobody on here, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Tabor unable to score in the top half of the inning. So York looking to get ahead right away. First pitch is going to be a little bit high and outside for a ball. Strike zone in this game 1 of Sunday doubleheader looks to be a little bit small here. Next pitch, gonna make it over the plate for a strike. 1-1 the count to Enriquez. Ant shows bunt, but he pops it up. First baseman can't get to it. It's going to drop down. He's going to slide in safely at first. A nice bunt single for Anthony Enriquez. And here comes Jose Bueno. Now batting, center fielder, number 5, Ivan Perez. Ivan Perez steps up now. Center fielder who moved into the cleanup spot yesterday in Game 2. Returning to that spot here today. First pitch. Gonna be fouled back for a strike. Oh, 1 count to Perez with 2 outs in the bottom of the first one. Enriquez over on first base. The pitch, gonna be a little bit of a floater. Catcher throws back over to first. Enriquez will remain there safely. Ball almost gets behind Flax there, the first baseman for Tabor, but he manages to get it in his glove and prevent Enriquez from advancing. One and one the count to Ivan Perez. The pitch. It's swung on and fouled on the right field side. 1-2 now. Ivan steps out of the box, recollects himself, and steps back in looking for a good pitch to hit here. Longworth checks Enriquez, delivers the pitch over the top of the plate. He hits it out to left field, but it will be caught for out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the score will be 0-0 heading into the top of the second. Stay tuned for more Panther baseball. And we're back, top of the second. Manny DeLeon, the batter for Tabor College. First pitch from Kubin. Going to be high for a ball one. Rubios lines up. Oh, DeLeon hits that one between second baseman and first baseman. And Pella gets underneath it, but that's going to be a ground hit single for DeLeon. Covarrubias looks in an Anktail. Gets a pitch he likes here. Throws back over to first base. DeLeon will slide in safely. And so with no outs in the top of the second, we have Armando Castillo, a righty hitter, with DeLeon over on first. Covarrubias throws a high one there for ball one. And the wind is picking up. You can see it blowing on these Panthers camo jerseys today, rocking that gray and blue camo. I think they look rather slick. Covarrubias winds up, delivers. It's a grounder over to Marquez at second. He throws it back to Enriquez at second. He throws the base, gets it to Bueno at first, and no, Bueno foot not on the bag. So they get the runner out at second from Pepe Marquez over to Anthony Enriquez, but unfortunately, I don't know if the throw is a little bit high or not, and looks like Coach Walth is going to have to discuss that with the umpire. Because Bueno's foot apparently not on the bag there when he caught the ball. Now batting 33, Colton Flex. And the second base umpire who made the call initially is going to discuss it with the home plate umpire. Maybe ask him, did you see what Walth saw? Runner will be called safe. Got to give credit to the head coach Brian Walth of York College for standing up for his guys though. Covarrubias looks in at Colton Flax. Big right-handed hitter here. The pitch going to be high, ball one. 1-0 the count to Flax with one out in the top of the second. Castillo takes off. And the ball is going to be hit down the right field side. It's going to stay fair. Castillo going to score from first, and Flax will get in with a double. And that ball just hit right inside the line and went past Jordan Pella out in right field, which leads to the first run of the game for Tabor College. Righty left fielder Brent McClure steps up now with Flax on second. That first pitch is going to be a slider, hit the bottom corner of the outside. Call for strike one. Covarrubias going to recollect himself here after giving up the first run of the game. Does have a runner in scoring position and only one out. And after McClure, we head back to the top of the lineup with Baca, who's on deck. Covarrubias checks Flax at second. Delivers a pitch low and outside. Ball one. 1-1 the count to McClure. Next pitch, going to be high. Ball two. Robert Covarrubias trying to put some spin on that one. Trying to make it drop a bit, but unfortunately it just stayed up. 2-1 the count. Pitch delivered. Low and outside. Check swing from McClure. Going to be called a ball. Look for Covarrubias to put one in the strike zone here. Pitch is going to be swung on a grounder past Bueno over at first. Pella in right field is going to get the grounder. Flax will advance over to third. And that'll be a single for McClure. We're back to the top of the order with Michael Bach. Catcher Garrett Anktil steps out into the field, calls the shots for the Panthers defensively. With only one out here in the top of the second and runners on the corners, you would like to see them get a nice double play. Either way, they need to prevent that runner from scoring from third. First pitch is going to be right over the top of the plate for a strike. Baca looks at that one. He was able to get on base with a hit early in the first inning. Next pitch, going to float over the outside of the plate and get fouled off on the right field side. 0-2 now to Baca. Baca has a tendency to swing early and swing often. So we'll see if Covarrubias can get him to chase one here in this next pitch. Delivers. Low on outside. Stolen base attempt. He throws it. It bounces off of Enriquez's foot, and Flax is going to try to score from home. And he is called safe. So we had a low outside pitch. They pitched out. Anktil makes the throw over to second, and Enriquez from short goes to tag out the runner, attempting to steal the base. The ball just bounces off of his foot, barely into the outfield. Marquez recovered it and tried to get the runner stealing from home, from third to home, and he'll be safe. So another Tabor College run here in the top of the second. Next pitch going to be high. So we get a 2-2 count to Baca. McClure over on second base. And only one out in the top of the second. The Blue Jays having scored their second run. Another pitch low and away. Anktil throws over to third, and that doesn't fit in Mike Johnson's glove. It's going to go into the outfield. The throw from left to home, not going to be good. McClure will score. So McClure took off on a ball that was low and away. Anktil tried to throw it over to third, and Johnson could not get his glove on it. Sailed into left there. And Rudy Perez tried to make the throw home, but it was just a little bit low. So another run will score. Full count to Baca, one out, and bases are now cleared. Big swing and a miss, and down goes Baca for a strikeout. That's out number 2. And hopefully something to look forward to. Big swing and a miss and a strikeout from Baca makes it out number 2, but Panthers got to be a bit frustrated from having given up 3 runs, 1 on a double from Colton Flax, and 2 just based off of some bad throwing from the Panthers defense. First pitch going to be a ball. Second pitch swung on and missed from Baez. 1-1 the count now. And it looks like Covarrubias is channeling this frustration into some well-pitched balls. Next one's going to be a blooper to short over Enriquez's head. He's not going to be able to get to it. Ivan Perez in center gets underneath it. But that'll be a single for Baez. Now batting we have Jarek Sig. Jarek Sig batting now with Baez over on first and 2 outs. And the Panthers would just like to get out of this inning. They've already given up 3 runs. Baez takes off. Anktil not going to throw it. They're just going to give him the stolen base, as I don't think he had his hands on that ball very well. So why risk another throw into the outfield and another advancing for more than they should? Baez on second, and Anktil is having a conference with Covarrubias on the mound. Tough name. I've probably pronounced it 4 different times, but Anktil gets things straightened out and goes back behind the plate. Jarek Sig, center fielder for the Blue Jays, steps back into the box facing a 1-0 count and a quick runner in scoring position. The pitch right over the top of the plate for a called strike. Umpire delayed on calling that a strike. Maybe he hesitated a bit. I thought it was right down the middle. So good thing it was called a strike. 1-1 now to Sig. The pitch. Gonna hit that low outside corner for a strike. And this is the kind of zone we'd like to see from Covarrubias. Checks in, gets a pitch from Ankiel. Delivers. Just a bit low. That was his slider there, just dropped off too far. 2-2 now the count, trying to change it up with some movement. But I'd say his fastball's been the most consistent. I doubt he'll try the slider right away. I'm sure he'll go back to that fastball. Two-two count. He delivers. Gonna be high, ball 3. Full count for Sig now. With Alex Couch on deck. You don't want to walk Sig here. You would like to get the out. That pitch going to be a grounder over to Johnson. Johnson makes the throw over to Bueno at first. Bueno keeps his foot on the bag, and that'll be out number 3. So 3 runs on 4 hits. And I believe 1 error. And Tabor now has a 3-0 lead. Garrett Anctil going to be the first batter for the Panthers here in the bottom of the second. Looking to start off with some contact, and he does, but he hits that one foul for strike 1. Panthers down 3-0 so far due to 3 runs scored in the top of the second inning. Hopefully the Panthers can retaliate with a quickness and not let these runs stay stagnant. Next pitch is going to be ripped hard on the left field line, foul. Anctil just turned a little bit quick on that one, but had some nice power behind that swing. But he finds himself 0-2. Longworth winds up, delivers. That one's going to hit Anctil, and he goes down. Ooh, I thought he was going to try to take that one in the thigh there maybe, but it may have bounced off of his hip. And he is down. He rests for a bit, but he's taking his base. And he'll get a courtesy runner in Dredge, so that's going to be convenient. Going to take a look at Anctil here. He seems to be walking and jogging fine. Just may have stung a bit. Now batting, left fielder, number 9, Rudy Perez. Rudy Perez up now with a runner on first. And Dredge got caught stealing yesterday in the first game, so we'll see if he risks it there. A curveball over the middle of the plate, and Perez hits that one to the left field line. Dredge makes his way over to second. To third, Perez over at second. Dredge is going to stop at third, and he'll be safe. And a nice stand-up double from Rudy Perez. Stepping into the box, right fielder, number 21, Jordan Pella. Jordan Pella steps up now with 2 runners in scoring position, no outs, and the Panthers have a 3-run deficit, so even a base hit could really do some damage Dredge on third should be able to score even with a sac fly. But Rudy Perez over on second, he's arguably the fastest player we have. First pitch going to be fouled off for a strike. Rudy Perez broke the running record from base to base last year for York College. So excited to have him on second. And a nice contact here like Pella up. I asked Jordan Pella earlier what his approach is going to be today, and he said just get the ball on the ground. Next pitch going to be low for a strike. So unfortunately, Jordan faces an 0-2 count, and he'd like to move the runner over even just a bit. Longworth delivers. The pitch fouled back by Pella. And as the stands fill up here at Levitt Stadium, got to keep our eyes out here for these foul balls. Pella with a wicked swing on that one. Hopefully we can put the ball in play. Still facing an 0-2 count. No outs. The pitch. He swings. Fouled down the third base line. And Pella continues to battle Longworth here. You got to appreciate the righty-lefty matchup. And I know that Pella is eager to get an RBI or two here in his first at-bat. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and he'll go down on strikes. Next up, we have our DH, Josh Bergner.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 23, Josh Bergner.
Junior Josh Bergner steps up now. He got one at-bat yesterday in that first game. Pinch hit for Pepe, and he struck out there, but had some great patience. Started off 0-2 and was able to get the count full. And he'll take a hit in the numbers. So he gets hit by a pitch, and the bases are juiced for Pepe Marquez. Fantastic job from Pepe Marquez. And I think we had some technical difficulties just a bit ago. For those of you that missed it, Pepe Marquez hit a triple and scored all 3 runs that were on base. Now we got Mike Johnson. So Johnson steps up, one out, and Pepe on third. First pitch going to be low. Curious to see if we're going to see Mike try to put down a bunt here to take the lead, because the game is now tied. Tabor College 3, York College 3. Mike looks to be taking these balls patiently and gets ahead early, 2-0. Longworth struggling here a bit after giving up. He's hit 2 batters this inning. Gives up that triple, and we're going to have a conference on the mound with Longworth. Mike Johnson steps out, gets to take a little bit of time here. He likes to slow his pitchers down. And any contact here should bring in Pepe. And what an exciting moment that was for York. Managing to get the bases loaded, and still, this inning is not over. Even having 1 out left is life, and we have 2. With a 2-0 count in Mike Johnson. Johnson's been making some good contact here at Levitt Stadium, but balls aren't sailing too far. Again, even a sacrifice fly could score Pepe. That would give York College the lead. Johnson steps in. Longworth winds up, delivers. That pitch is going to be a grounder over to second. Pepe not going to try to go home, and that'll be out number 2.
Stepping up to the plate, shortstop, number 7, Anthony Enriquez.
Anthony Enriquez stepping up to the plate now. First pitch to Ant, swung on, a grounder over to first base. It is going to go past the first baseman, and Pepe will score. And Flax just lets that one go right through his glove, and on the air, the Panthers will get another run.
Now batting, first baseman, number 34, Jose Bueno.
And Anthony Enriquez taking advantage of a mixed-up Tabor College defense here. And Ant takes off for the steal. He gets there. Ball gets out of the glove of the shortstop, so Ant will be safe. So now another runner in scoring position for the Panthers, and Jose Bueno up with a 1-0 count. 2 outs here. And it has been an exciting second inning. Tabor scored 3 due to some bad York College throwing, and York College just stuck it right back to him and scored 4. Next pitch is going to be a very outside strike. Bueno looks in at Longworth. The pitch. He swings at that one. Grounder in between the third baseman and shortstop. He's not going to be able to get to it. Enriquez tries to score from second. It's going to be a play at the plate. And Ant cannot get past the catcher. He makes the tag. So the grounder did not get far enough into the outfield. The left fielder from Tabor able to make the throw. But a fantastic effort from York College here. With 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. The score is now Panthers 4, Blue Jays 3. Stay tuned for the third inning. Leading off for Tabor College, designated hitter number 29, Alex Couch.
Now batting, 29, Alex Couch.
So the righty Couch steps in. Covarrubias now with the lead here in the game. He delivers his first pitch. Going to be right over the plate for a strike one. Covarrubias lines up, delivers, and that one's going to hang over the corner for a strike two. And Couch discussing with the home plate umpire what the situation was with that ball, but doesn't matter what he says. He looks in at an 0-2 count. Pitch number 3, going to be swung on and missed by Couch. And that'll be out number 1.
Now batting, number 20, Tanner Bell.
Tanner Bell batting now. Covarrubias lines up, delivers this one, and it is hit up high, foul ball out to Pella in right field. Going to be in foul territory, but he gets to it for out number 2. Fantastic job looking past the sun on that one, and Pella gets the out. So 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. And now we have Manny De Leon.
Next up, number 11, Manny De Leon.
Covarrubias delivers a low pitch in the dirt for a ball, starting off with the slider. Next pitch going to be outside for a ball. De Leon taking his time, trying to get on base here, get a 2-out rally started for Tabor College. As this is the first time in the series they have been behind. Next pitch, going to be closer, but not in the strike zone. 3-0. And look for De Leon to take this one from Covarrubias. Delivers the pitch. Going to be too high. And that'll be a ball 4. And De Leon takes his base. And catcher Castillo coming up now.
Now batting, 13, Armando Castillo.
The righty Castillo makes his way up to the plate with De Leon on first. Covarrubias throws back. And Bueno almost makes the tag. But De Leon gets his fingers on the bag there to be safe. Clean count for Castillo. The pitch. Low and hit the outside corner for a strike 1. Covarrubias shakes off the sign from Anktil. Decides on one, throws back over to first. And that ball almost gets away from Bueno, but he keeps it in his glove. Last thing you want to see is the Panthers just throwing the ball around into the outfield like they did in the 2nd inning. Oh, and 1 the count to Castillo. Bueno delivers. Going to be high. Ball 1. Castillo steps back into the box. Covarrubias delivers the pitch low and outside. Anktil tries to throw it. The runner takes off, and he's going to be safe at second. Anktil unable to throw the ball where he wanted to. Pepe Marquez prevented that one from going into the outfield, though. But De Leon will be credited with a steal. And now it's a 2-1 count to Castillo. 2 outs with the runner in scoring position. Covarrubias started off the inning quite efficiently with the first 2 batters. walked the next batter on 4 pitches, and now has a runner in scoring position and a 3-1 count to Castillo. The pitch swung on and missed from Castillo. The count is now full. De Leon with a decent lead off of second. Covarrubias delivers. Fouled back. And Covarrubias really hoping that Castillo is going to not get any contact on that ball. But unfortunately he does. On deck we got Colton Flax, who hit that 2 RBI double. Or that 1 RBI double, excuse me, in the second inning. Pitch swung on and missed, but it's fouled back. And so what happened was Castillo swung, missed the ball. It was a strikeout, but the ball was in the dirt and got away from Ankdeel. And what Garrett needed to do was throw it over to first, and unfortunately, the ball got lost in the dirt, and he was unable to get it. And so now we have runners on the corners, on first and third, and Colton Flax up.
Now batting 33, Colton Flax.
So Ankdeel, a bit frustrated. He wasn't able to grab the ball there. Covarrubias ran over to try to get the ball, but he did not make the throw over to first. And so now Colton Flax is up. Looks at that first pitch for a strike 1. And Flax again able to use the wind to his advantage last inning with a stand-up RBI double. The pitch in the dirt. Ankdeel gets his hands on it. No runners advance anywhere. They remain on first and third. And a 1-1 count now to Flax. 2 outs here in the top of the third. And Covarrubias really just hoping this inning doesn't get away from him. If you get Flax to put the ball on the ground, that should end the inning. The pitch. High. Ball 2. Two and 1 to Colton Flax. Colton Flax looking for a little bit of redemption, for he had the error last inning that led to the Panthers' lead. Next pitch going to be a balk, so the runner will score. Tie game. Count remains 2-1. And Covarrubias shoots himself in the foot there with a balk. So now we have a runner on second and 2 outs. Two 2-1 to Flax. Next pitch. Going to be high, but not close enough to the zone. Colton Flax is a little bit of a bigger strike zone here, but going to be called a ball, so 3-1 the count now. Covarrubias checks his runner at second, delivers the pitch. And that'll be a strike 2. Flax started to take his base. He gets ego checked a bit. Steps back into the box for a full count with 2 outs. Covarrubias looking for that strikeout to the end of the inning. Flax swings, a chopper over to Enriquez at short, gets his glove under it, throws to Bueno at first, and that'll be out number 3. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. The score is 4-4. Stay tuned for more Panther baseball.
One run, no hits, no errors, and the score is now 4-4, heading into the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Panthers, center fielder, number 5, Ivan Perez.
Ivan Perez going to lead off for York here, bottom of the third. First pitch going to be high for a ball. Next pitch over the top of the plate, fouled back. And I almost caught that one. 1-1 the count now. Another pitch fouled back from Perez. And that'll be his third fouled back pitch. Perez making some good contact here. If he can pull it the other way and get on base, that would be ideal, but he's facing a 1-2 count. Making Longworth work for this out. The pitch swings and it's another one fouled back. Perez continues to battle. For those of you that are catching up, the score is 4-4. And we are in the bottom of the third with our first batter, center fielder Ivan Perez. He watches that next pitch sail outside for a ball 2. 2-2 now. Next pitch, check swing from Perez. He does not go. And full count. Longworth delivers. Ivan swings, another one fouled back. And some fans are starting to move around in the stands to prevent from getting hit by these balls here. That or they're going to move their cars. Ivan doing some parking lot damage. Next one, he swings. It's hit out to deep center field. Sig is underneath it for out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, number 8, Garrett Anktil.
Garrett Anktil steps up now. With one out here, nobody on in the top of the first. First pitch swung on and ripped foul down the third base line. Longworth delivers. That one's going to be inside. Takes that for a strike. Panthers dugout thought that was a ball. Oh, 2 now the count to Anktil. Gonna have to recover here. The pitch. Takes that one high and outside for a ball. 1-2. Panthers were hoping they could keep that lead that they ended up with in the bottom of the second, but now back to a tie game. And the slates are clean. Anktil rips that one left center field, but it's going to drop into the glove of the left fielder there, McClure. So that'll be out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, number 9, Rudy Perez.
We got Rudy Raw Power Perez stepping up now. See if he can hit a bomb. Because Panthers are putting the ball in play. The next pitch is swung on and hit. But, oh, right fielder's going to get to it. So Panthers making some decent contact, but unfortunately they go 3 up, 3 down. And the score will be tied 4-4 heading into the top of the fourth.
Leading off, number 2, Brent McClure.
Left fielder Brent McClure will be the first batter in the top of the fourth here for Tabor College. Covarrubias winds up and delivers a pitch which is fouled back. And that one goes into the parking lot, strike 1. Pitch number 2 delivered. That's going to drop low. Ball 1. McClure able to get on base last time. Hoping to do the same here. Panthers definitely don't want to have a base runner. That's a grounder over to Marquez at second. He throws to Bueno at first. Foot on the bag, and he'll be out.
Now batting, number 1, Michael Baca.
Shortstop Michael Baca steps up now. 1 out, nobody on. And Covarrubias able to make quick work of the Tabor Blue Jays early last inning, but unfortunately things unraveled a bit. They were able to score with 2 outs. We've seen Tabor College do some nice 2-out rally work in this doubleheader weekend. First pitch is going to be fouled off, strike 1. Next pitch, low and in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count to Baca. Covarrubias winds up, delivers. Now we're going to hit that outside corner there for a strike 2. Covarrubias really working this right side of the plate. Baca not swinging, not stretching. The pitch. High. Ball 2. I expect Baca to swing here. Next one. Oh, going to be very low and in the dirt for a full count now. And Baca, leadoff hitter, is going to try to get on base, because the Blue Jays have had some rather good success with their 2-3 hitters. And that one is going to hit Baca in the shoulder. So he'll get on with a hit by pitch.
Now batting, number 10, Gotti Baez.
So another hit runner here. I believe that's Covarrubias' 3rd. And 1 out, leadoff hitter Baca on first, and Gotti Baez steps up. First pitch delivered right over the top of the plate there for a strike. I'm surprised Baez didn't swing at that one here. Maybe he's supposed to take some pitches, see if Baca can get a steal. Doesn't have too big of a lead off of first there. Covarrubias checks him. I imagine he'll throw back over soon. That pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Runner does not go. And Baez looks at a 1-1 count. Covarrubias throws over to first. Baca slides in safely. I know you can't see much of the first base action over there on the camera, but I'll try to do my best to describe it for you. The pitch, Baca takes off, but Baez hits it. It's going to drop in front of Pell out in right field and go past his legs. Baca makes it from first over to second to third. Baez hits second base. Baca's going to score, and Baez will have himself a stand-up triple. And a runner will score. Tabor now has a 5-4 lead.
Now batting, number 8, Jarek Sig.
And we'll see if they rule that an error on Pella as it goes through his legs, but I think it's just going to count as a hit here. But an unfortunate train of events with the top of the order from the Blue Jays, as now we have one out and a fast runner in Baez over on third, and their best hitter, Jarek Sig, up at the plate. Ooh, but a nasty slider falls right over the top there for strike one. 0-1 to Jarek Sig. Covarrubias winds up, delivers that one high. I expect they're going to try to throw around the strike zone a bit on Sig. Though he's a quick runner, you'd like to try to get a double play with a bigger guy, Alex Couch, coming up here. But Sig pops it up out to center field. Perez underneath it. He runs. No, it's going to drop. And does not make the play at the plate. Baez will tag. And he'll score. And so that was just a fly ball that edged closer and closer to the infield.
Now batting, number 29, Alex Couch.
That ball just flew closer and closer to the infield, and it ended up being to where Pepe Marquez was probably the closest to get to it. And he would have just taken 4 steps over. He could have gotten to that fly ball, but Ivan Perez was determined to track it down, and it just fell right in front of him there. So that'll be hit number 2, and another run scored. The score is now Tabor College 6, York College 4, due to 2 hits and 2 runs here in this top of the 4th. It's the 3rd inning in a row that Tabor College has scored. Sig takes off, but Couch fouls it back. One and one the count to Alex Couch. 1 out, runner on first base. Covarrubias looks over at first. Sig takes off again. Anctil hesitates and then throws, and the runner will be safe. Anctil had the ball in his glove and stood up. I don't know if he didn't get his hand on it or not, but he definitely stalled before trying to throw the runner out at second. Maybe just playing it safe. I imagine if he would have shot it over there earlier, we could have gotten the runner, because Anctil has a nice arm on him there. Next pitch, fouled off. 2-2 now the count. Getting Alex Couch to swing and miss at this next pitch would be nice. Get a called strike 3. Get an out number 2. Sig toying with Covarrubias over there as he dances over on second base. I truly doubt that Jarek Sig's going to try to steal third, but we will see. Next pitch fouled off, so 2-2 the count now. The pitch. It's a ground over to Pepe Marquez at second. He throws it to first baseman Bueno, has his foot on the bag for an out number 2, but Jarek Sig will advance to third base. Now batting, we have Tanner Bell.
Next up, number 20, Tanner Bell.
So Tanner Bell has teammate Jarek Sig over on third base, 2 outs. And the first pitch to him is going to be in the dirt. Covarrubias trying to recover after giving up 2 runs here. In this inning alone. Next pitch is going to be low. Strike 1. 1-1 the count now. Covarrubias delivers pitch number 3. That one's going to be high and just out of the strike zone for a ball. The pitch going to curve inside. Bell got out of the way of that one. So that's going to be a ball 3. 3-1 now the count. And you'd like to see Covarrubias just get this out here. He delivers a pitch. It's going to go past Anktil and up almost into the stands there. And Sig will score from third on the wild pitch from Covarrubias.
Now batting, number 11, Manny De Leon.
And so Coach Brian Walth conferencing on the mound there with Covarrubias and Anktil. Looks like we may go to some relief here. But he may just try to give him some words of encouragement to get out of the inning. That's the 3rd run that has been scored by Tabor College here in the top of the 4th. With Bell able to draw that walk due to a wild pitch, he advances over on the first. And Sig scores easily from third, because that one just hit the dirt and bounced out of Anktil's glove and flew high back into the stands. And the net caught it, but the runner will still score. Covarrubias stays on the mound. Walth not going to his bullpen just yet. Giving some trust in his starter there. First pitch to De Leon. Going to be far outside for a ball. Next pitch. Right in the zone there for a strike. 1-1 the count out of De Leon. Covarrubias not minding Couch over there on first. Just looking to get this out here. De Leon calls time, steps out of the box for a bit. He's back in. The pitch. Right over the outside corner of the plate for a strike. 1-2 now the count. And Covarrubias has a tendency to get these batters to 2 strikes and then let the ball get away from him a bit. He throws over to first. Couch will be safe. Excuse me, Bell. Bell slides safely back into first base. And De Leon looks at a 1-2. The pitch swung on and fouled on the left field side. That one will go into the park. Souvenir for the Squirrels. One and two the count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. That's an inside pitch, and Bell threatened to steal and does not. Anktil throws the ball over to second anyways. Ant catches that one, keeping the ball safely in the infield. 2-2 the count now. And Panthers just looking to get out of this inning, only giving up 3 runs. The pitch swung on and missed by De Leon. He'll go down with a strikeout. But 3 more runs are added to that Tabor lead. Score is now 7-4 as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Stay tuned for more Panther baseball.
Leading off for the Panthers, right fielder, number 21, Jordan Pella.
Jordan Pella going to start off the bottom of the 4th here for York College. First pitch, he shows bunt, and oh no! That one hits the bat, bounces off, and it looked like it hit him in the mouth. He's down on his knee in front of home there. Coach Walt's going to come check him out. And this is not a good sign for the Panthers, as one of our other players, Brady Hennon, took a foul ball to the eye and had to get surgery, fractured his cheek. Pella, and I do think it did hit him in the mouth, stretching his jaw out a bit. Checking his teeth there. I don't know if he's bleeding or not. The personal trainer will come out and take a look at him. Pella, one of the toughest guys I know. And also one of the more competitive. I know he's going to want to stay in if they'll let him. If it's nothing too serious, I think he'll stay. You can see that look of determination in his eyes all the way from up here. But I think he's going to walk off there. Pella getting the applause from the fans here, because he's going to get looked at medically. And again, I think that ball just bounced off from his bat into his mouth there, and he went down, but hopefully everything is okay. But better safe than sorry. So an 0-1 count, we're going to have a new batter step in here. And I believe stepping in for Pella is going to be senior Jordan Suter.
Now batting, 22, Jordan Suter.
So Jordan Suter will step in. And Panthers down by 3. Could use a nice pinch hitter like Suter. He's going to foul that pitch off. His count's going to be 0-2 now due to Pella's fouled off bunt. But Jordan Suter has some great success here at Levitt Stadium. We've seen him hit some walk-off home runs, some well-timed hitting. We'll see if he can start off this inning here for us. Next pitch going to be fouled off on the right field side. Count remains 0-2. It's always tough to come in and take another batter's spot and take his count being down one pitch. And battling this wind here, Longworth winds up and delivers. Suter swings. It's a little ground over to the third baseman. De Leon gets his glove underneath it and throws. He's off on his throw, but Suter can't get there in time. That'll be out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 23, Josh Bergner.
Josh Bergner stepping up now. He's in the DH spot today. He's our backup catcher. Made his way up from JV last year. First pitch, going to be outside, looked at for a ball. Pitch number 2, right over the top of the plate, but high for a ball 2. Bergner exercising some excellent patience here at the plate. He's ahead of right away, 2-0. Takes that next pitch, low and inside, ball 3. Bergner got hit by a pitch last time he was at bat. So I think he'd rather draw a walk than get hit again. Either way, he just wants to get on base. Looks at pitch number 4 for a strike down the middle. 3-1 the count now. And I'm sure he's got the go-ahead to swing here. Let's see if he gets a pitch to hit. That one drops a bit underneath his bat. He swung a bit too high. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count now full. But Bergner shows excellent patience with 2 strikes against him. So let's see if he swings or looks. Next pitch right over the middle, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Next up, we have Pepe Marquez.
Stepping up to the plate, second baseman, number 2, Pepe Marquez.
Pepe up, nobody on and 2 outs. His last at-bat, he had that nice 3 RBI triple. Fouls the first pitch back behind home plate for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 the count to Pepe. He'd like to get something started here. Bring it back up to the top of the order. Next pitch. Going to be inside. Almost clips him on the elbow, but he dodges that one for a ball 1. Longworth delivers. Over the top of the plate and high for a ball 2. Two and 1 to Pepe here. Next pitch is swung on and hit. Fouled to the parking lot. A lot of encouragement coming from the York College dugout there. Like to hear the chatter. 2-2 to Marquez. The pitch. He swings and fouls another one back. Continues to fight Longworth here, whose pitch count is raising higher and higher. Wind picking up. Getting a little bit chilly. A lot of fans with blankets out here in Levitt Stadium. Pepe rips that one out to center field. And Sig will get underneath it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. And if I get any updates on Jordan Pella, I will let you know. But the score remains 7-4 as we head in the top of the 5th. And PJ Matha on the mound for the Panthers now. Righty pitcher here. Looking in at Armando Castillo. 3-1 count. An update for you, Jordan Pella is back out in right field, so nothing too serious. Now batting 33, Colton Flax. Colton Flax steps up for the Tabor Blue Jays here. Runner on first due to a walk. Matha throws that next pitch into the dirt for a ball. Matha winds up, delivers. And oh, a little bit of movement on that one. Flags very early. Swing and a miss for strike one. I think Flax was expecting a different pitch. No outs in the top of the fifth and a 1-1 count to Flax with a runner on first. The pitch, Flax shows bunt, pulls it back. And that'll be a strike two. Surprising to see Flax show bunt here. Blue Jays are up by 3. And Flax got himself some decent contact earlier. We expect him to swing away, but 1-2 count. Now runner takes off, and he gets a very early jump. And it doesn't matter if Anctil would have been able to throw the ball anyways, but the ball's in the dirt for a ball two. And Matha just paid no mind to the runner. And a stand-up stolen base there. Now we got no outs and a runner in scoring position. Let's see if Matha can strike out Flax here. The pitch, very outside. Ball 3. You see team leader Anthony Enriquez over at short telling Matha just to ease up a bit. Matha has a quick delivery off the mound. Flax hits this one down the left field side. That's going to be foul. Wind could have carried that one pretty deep there, but luckily he goes into foul territory. 3-2 the count. Matha. Again, looking over to Enriquez. Enriquez giving him some calls here. And that's a team captain for you, being able to help out the pitcher from short. Let him know what to do to check his runner at second. Next pitch is going to be in the dirt. Ball 4 for Flax. So now we have runners on first and second. Now batting, number 2, Brent McClure. And catcher Garrett Anctil steps out over the mound to talk to Matha. Give PJ a little bit of encouragement here. See if we can get McClure to put the ball on the ground. Last thing you want to do is have no outs and go back to the top of the order of this Tabor lineup. But on deck we have Michael Baca, who's itching to get some opportunities to hit against this new pitcher here. Matha looking to put some balls in the strike zone, but avoid getting hit now that he's got a runner on first and second. He delivers. Showed bunt is pulled back by McClure, but it's going to be in the strike zone anyways for a strike 1. Matha gets his sign. McClure shows bunt. The pitch going to be fouled back. Blue Jays trying to put 2 runners in scoring position for their top of the order. Wind picking up here at Levitt Stadium. The bunt is laid down. Matha going to pick it up and throw it over to first, and he'll get out number 1. But a decently placed bunt by McClure puts 2 more runners in scoring position. Next up, number 1, Michael Baca. So leadoff hitter Michael Baca steps up now. Both runners at second and third, and only 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And a 3-run Tabor lead. Score 7-4. Baca able to get a nice hit last time. First pitch going to be very in the dirt, but Anctil gets on top of it. No runs will advance or score. 1-0 count to Baca. Enriquez now going over to the mound to talk to PJ Matha. It's your college ball club this season, all about encouragement and support. Again, I've heard from many of the guys that it feels like a family out there. Next pitch, grounder up the middle. Matha can't get his glove underneath it. 1 run will score. They will hold the runner at third. Baca stays at first, does not go over to second, but threatened to go to second. And a nice RBI single for Michael Baca. And now we have Gotti Baez. Next up, number 10, Gotti Baez. Runners on the corners, so catcher Garrett Anctil going to give his call out to the defense. With Baca on first and Baez up at the plate, the probability of Baez grounding into a double play is going to be rough. So they just like to try to prevent that runner from scoring. I doubt Baez will put down a bunt. I'm assuming he'll just swing away here with 1 out. Throw over to first. And Baca will be safe. Matha getting the sign from Anctil. He delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss from Baez on a low outside pitch for strike 1. Matha checking Baca over at first. Baca definitely a stolen base threat. Next pitch is hit deep to left field. Rudy Perez steps back, gets underneath it, makes the throw over, trying to prevent the runner from going to second. And he cannot. Runners will be safe at second and at home. And a sacrifice fly from Baez scores another run for Tabor. Not batting. Number 8, Jarek Sig. And Jarek Sig steps up now. And Matha has 2 outs here, but has given up 2 runs. Tabor College extending their lead to 5. And I would not say they're done yet, even though we have 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Jarek Sig looks at that first pitch, which drops low over the top of the plate for a strike. Michael Baca over at second. Goes to steal third, swing and a miss. Anctil throws it over to Johnson at third. Johnson can't keep his glove down. Almost loses the ball, but Baca steals third safely. But a swing and a miss from Sig leaves him facing an 0-2 count. The pitch swung on, grounded to Johnson at third. He fields it, takes his time, throws over to Bueno at first, and that'll be out number 3. So 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors, and the score is now Tabor 9, York 4. Stay tuned for more Panther baseball here. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. And keep listening out there, Panther Nation. We'll get all the support we need here, get back in this game. Stay tuned.
off for the Panthers. Third baseman, number 1, Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson, first batter here in the bottom of the fifth for the Panthers. Gonna look at that first pitch, low and in the dirt, ball 1. Longworth winds up, delivers pitch number 2 outside for a ball. Another 2-0 count for Johnson. I've probably seen Mike Johnson take more 2-0 counts than anybody else here in the Panthers lineup, at least this season. Looks at that next pitch for ball 3. 3-0. The pitch, right over the middle for a strike. I'm sure Johnson has the green light here to swing on this 3-1 pitch. Hopefully we can start off the bottom of the fifth with a base runner. Panthers are going to need him. They're down by 5. He rips that one down the third base line. And oh, it's going to be foul. If that would have been fair, I would have assumed Johnson would have gotten to second, most likely third. As the left fielder McClure was going to have to take his time tracking that ground ball down. Count is now full, 3-2. Johnson looks in. The pitch. Ooh! High and right over the middle. Johnson swinging a miss. That'll be a strikeout on out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, number 7, Anthony Enriquez.
Enriquez stepping up to the plate here. Trying to be a fire starter for this York College lineup. 1 out against him here in the bottom of the fifth. The pitch, a hanging change that falls right over the top there for strike 1. Pitch number 2 is going to be swung on, a grounder over to second base. Enriquez tries to run this one out, and he cannot. That'll be out number 2. Now batting we have Jose Bueno.
Stepping up to the plate, first baseman, number 34, Jose Bueno.
Jose Bueno with nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Looks at his first pitch. Ooh, up and in for a ball. He's out of the way of that one. Back in the box, the pitch, right down the middle, a hard ground over to first base. Flags keep his gloves on it this time, and walks it over for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Score remains 9-4 as we head into the top of the 6th. And Tabor College able to score in every inning so far except for the first. PJ Matha still going to be on the mound for the Panthers. He had a rough start a bit in his last inning here, but facing the middle of the order, due up for Tabor. We have Couch, Bell, and De Leon. Only good thing about facing the middle of the order of this Tabor lineup is you don't see too many stolen base attempts. But clearly, as we've seen earlier in the game, Tabor keeps their heads on when they're on base and pays attention to any mistakes that their opponents may have, and the Panthers have given them opportunities to just run around these bases here. But Tabor has returned the favor with some errors of their own, but they remain to have a 5-run lead. So leading off, we got 29, Alex Couch.
Batting first, 29, Alex Couch.
The first pitch to Couch, going to be low, swung on and fouled. Strike 1. Matha winds up, delivers pitch number 2. Outside ball 2. Matha struggling with his control a little bit here. Clearly the velocity is there. Let's see if he can get some in the strike zone. Another low one, but Couch swinging a miss. Couch getting very tempted to swing at these pitches here. Maybe Matha doesn't have to throw it in the strike zone. Maybe he can get Couch to continue to chase. Next pitch. High, ball 2. Couch and Bell are some of the taller players here for the Tabor lineup, so strike zones are going to be stretched a bit. Next one, low and call a strike, and Couch literally says no out loud. I heard him say it. Disagrees with the umpire there, but he goes down looking. Out number 1.
Next up, 20, Tanner Bell.
Tanner Bell batting now. Matha winds up and delivers. And right over the middle of the plate for a strike. And you can just hear that ball pop into Ankdale's glove. Right back at him. Matha winds up and delivers a low pitch, swung on and missed by Bell. Matha with a very quick cadence here. He's ready to pitch. Goes up, delivers another one, swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Matha. That'll be out number 2. Oh, and Bell throws his bat. Not very happy about that one. Yikes.
Now batting, third baseman, number 11, Manny DeLeon.
Matha delivers first pitch to De Leon. That's going to just hit that outside of the part of the plate. Strike 1. He has got some nasty stuff. And Tabor just can't get a hold of it, but De Leon breaks the streak. And he gets a single out to shallow right field. First base runner here in the top of the 6th for Tabor. Then we got 2 outs, and Armando Castillo stepping up now.
Now batting, 13, Armando Castillo.
And Matha was very successful against the first 2 hitters there, striking both of them out. He delivers right away. And Castillo pops that one up. Shallow right field. It's going to be foul territory, so Pella can't get to it, and it's just going to be a strike. If the wind didn't get a hold of that one, it would have dropped right in front of Pella fair. Luckily, he's able to avoid that one. And Castillo now has an 0-1 count, 2 outs, and a runner on first, but De Leon took off. I assume Matha's just going to go right at the hitter here. Maybe he'll check his runner at first and throw the ball back over, but he seems determined just to throw strikes, and he's doing a good job. Nope, checks the runner at first, and De Leon slides safe. 0-1 the count to Castillo. Matha delivers, and that's going to be right over the top there for another strike. And these Tabor hitters are just looking at this ball sail right into the strike zone here, as PJ Matha has showed up here in the top of the 6th. Throws back over to first. De Leon will be safe. And if Matha continues to pitch like this, I'm sure he'll pitch in the 7th inning. The pitch in the dirt. It gets away from Ankdale. Ankdale does not throw over to second. The runner will advance. 1-2 the count now. And that's another ball getting away from Garrett Ankdale today. De Leon with a decent lead off of second. Another pitch in the dirt. Ball 2. Matha gets the sign. Winds up, delivers. Inside pitch, fouled off on the third base line. Count remains 2-2. The runner takes off from second. but a swing and a miss, and down he goes, and that'll be out number 3. Some great pitching done by P.J. Matha there in the top of the 6th, striking out 3 out of the 4 batters he faced, only giving up 1 hit. But the Panthers still down by 5. Longworth going to be back on the mound for Tabor. We'll see if he finishes out the game. With some decent run support behind him and a 5-run lead. Panthers have a couple chances left to get back in this, but it's going to be tough to do, especially because they have to prevent Tabor from retaliating. Due up for the Panthers, Ivan Perez, Garrett Ankdale, and Rudy Perez. So every part of this Panthers lineup, there's definitely opportunity. In all, it's just a bunch of very athletic group of guys. So they've all got speed, they've all got power and contact, but it's putting those tools together to get some more runs. They've scored 4 runs so far today, which is higher than their average. They're a very small ball team, but they're going to have to put up a bunch more if they're going to get back into this one. So leading off here, we got Ivan Perez.
Leading off, center fielder, number 5, Ivan Perez.
So the righty, Ivan Perez, looks at his first pitch. Low, ball 1. Longworth delivers pitch number 2. That's going to be high for a ball. Perez taking his time, not going to swing at any junk here. Next pitch is fouled up back behind the catcher. I don't think he'll be able to reach it. Again, another one that I could have gone home with. Should have brought my glove. 2-1 the count now to Perez. Ivan steps back into the box here. Looking for a pitch to hit. Longworth winds up, delivers. That one's going to be low. Almost gets him in the feet there for a ball 3. Perez swings at this next one and rips it into left field. A fantastic single for Ivan Perez. Way to start off the bottom of the 6th here.
Now batting, catcher, number 8, Garrett Ankdale.
Catcher Garrett Ankdale steps into the box now with Ivan Perez over on first. One of the first times in the game, the Panthers have had a base runner with no outs. Longworth gets a pitch he likes, delivers, and Ankdale hits it. He rips it deep down the left field side. It is going to drop fair. Perez makes his way over to third, slides in safely, and Ankdale with a stand-up double. Fantastic hit from Garrett Ankdale. He just really ripped that one. I thought it was gone for a second. We're getting a courtesy runner with Drudge going over to second. And Rudy Perez up at the plate.
Now batting, left fielder, number 9, Rudy Perez.
So Rudy Perez stepping up with no outs, 2 runners in scoring position. The Panthers are down by 5, but you can see a lot of excitement coming from the dugout here as they want to get something started. Perez swings at his first pitch and fouls that one off. Almost takes out a light on the right field side. Strike 1. Panthers eager to get back in this game here. Longworth chucks his runner at second, winds up, delivers. Rudy does not swing at that next one, which is right down the middle. Maybe he thought it was a bit high. I thought he was going to turn on that and swing for it, but now he's facing an 0-2 count. Perez takes another pitch, which seemed to be just like the last one, but this one's called a ball. 1-2 now. I don't think Longworth liked that call. Shared a glance with the umpire there. 1-2. 2 runners in scoring position, no outs. Rudy swings at that one, a chopper, fouled on the third base line. We have Jordan Pella on deck. He'll get to finish what he started with his last at-bat. But Rudy Perez up right now with a 1-2 count. No outs, 2 runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Perez swings and he fouls another one off. At the very least, Perez is exhausting Longworth here. Longworth gets a call he likes. Delivers. Perez swings, fouls another one back. Continuing to battle. And Castillo shares some words with Longworth there. They do have a 5-run lead. It's easy to feel a bit comfortable, but you can never be too sure with 2 runners in scoring position. A nice pitch from Longworth, swing and a miss from Rudy, and that'll be out number 1 on a strikeout.
Now batting, right fielder, number 21, Jordan Pella.
Jordan Pella back up now. Last at bat, he tried to show bunt, fouled it off and hit himself in the mouth, but appears not to be too serious since he's back in the lineup here. And he was back in the field last inning. Looks at his first pitch outside for a strike. Oh, on the count to Pella. Looks at a next pitch, rips it down the third base line. It's going to be called fair. 1 run will score. Drudge scores from second. Pella advances over to second base. He slides in safely in a 2 RBI double for Jordan Pella. And the Panthers on the board now 9-6. And it looks like that's going to be the end of Longworth, as the Tabor coach walks out to the mound. So we'll see who their new pitcher is. And Josh Bergner going to be coming up here with Pella on second. Pella coming back from that unfortunate foul ball to the face last at bat. So it's good to see him healthy and swinging as he puts up 2 more runs. Panthers now trail by 3. And we are in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. 1 runner in scoring position. And I will get back to you soon with who is on the mound for Tabor. Stay tuned for an exciting game here. We got a pitcher warming up. But up next, Josh Bergner and a runner in scoring position. We'll be back shortly to resume the bottom of the 6th. And on the mound for Tabor College now is the righty Thomas Longworth, brother of Russell, who is just pitching. I should have recognized the mustache. And Josh Bergner stepping up to the plate.
Stepping into the box, designated hitter, number 23, Josh Bergner.
So Thomas Longworth stepping up, looking to finish what his brother started and try to bag a win for Tabor College here. But DH Josh Bergner in the box now with Pella on second and 1 out. First pitch foul back. 0-1 now. Bergner struck out his last at bat, but was able to draw the pitch count up. Longworth delivers a pitch. Bergner swings at that one. It's a little blooper, and the right fielder's going to get to it. So that'll be out number 2, and Pella stays safe at second. Now batting, we have Pepe Marquez.
Now batting, second baseman, number 2, Pepe Marquez.
Pepe now stepping up here. Runner in scoring position. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. You'd like to see the Panthers get one more run if they could. First pitch to Pepe. Swung on. A grounder over to shortstop. It gets past him. Pella going to stay safe at third. Oh! Pella stepped off the third base bag. Has to slide headfirst back in, but he'll be safe. And Pepe gets on with an error by the shortstop.
Stepping into the box, third baseman, number 1, Mike Johnson.
And third baseman Mike Johnson stepping up now. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And Johnson looking to get a piece of T. Longworth. It is a righty-righty matchup, though. First pitch. Ooh, that was a curveball that went from outside to right over the middle of the plate. And Johnson looks at that one for a strike 1. Longworth gets the call here. Delivers. Another curveball. Going to be just 2 inside there for a ball. Mike tried to lean his elbow into that one a bit, but doesn't get hit and doesn't get a called strike. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th and runners on the corners. Panthers trailing by 3 in the game. This is going to be one of their last opportunities to come back. They would hate to spoil it. The pitch, outside, ball 2. The mood is tense here at Levitt Stadium. Panthers would like to bring home their first home game win of the season. Next pitch, fouled off on the third base line. 2-2 the count. Johnson steps back into the box. Ready for the pitch. Longworth winds up, delivers. Johnson swings and fouls another one back. Continues to battle here. Getting the encouragement from his teammates there. Off on the side, Anthony Enriquez on deck. Hoping that he gets a chance to get up. But there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Thomas Longworth hoping just to get out of the inning. pitch. Oh, and that one looked like it was about to hit Mike Johnson. But again, it's that nasty movement that Thomas Longworth has. And that goes right over the top of the plate for a called strike 3. 2 runs on 1 hit and an error. And the score is now Tabor 9, York 6. And Cody Bach going to take the mound for York College here. Matha did a good job in the top of the 6th, but exhausted some of his pitches now, so we're going to test some more of that Panther bullpen. Due up for Tabor, Flax, McClure, and Baca. And Cody Bach, tall righty. Been with York College for a couple of years now. He's hoping to make quick work of these Blue Jays and get these Panther hitters back up for our last inning.
Now batting, 33, Colton Flax.
Colton Flax has seen his fair share of strikeouts and RBI doubles today, so he's got a mixed bag of success and failures here. First pitch from Bach. Going to be outside and get away from Ankdale for a ball 1. Bach settles in. Winds up and delivers. Another one in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-0 for Flax. Next pitch is reamed down the third base line. Johnson gets his glove on it, knocks it down, but it gets past him. And Flax will get on base with a single. And now we have Brent McClure coming up.
Next up, number 2, Brent McClure.
McClure stepping up now. And you'd like to see him put it on the ground and give the Panthers an opportunity to get a double play here, as there are no outs here in the top of the 7th. Brent shows bunt. That's going to be in the dirt. Ball gets away from Ankdale, but Flax does not advance. He'll stay on first. Tabor College with a 3-run lead. They were scoreless last inning, and they've only been scoreless in the 1st and the 6th. So another 0 on the scoreboard would be fantastic for the Panthers, give them a chance to come back here. McClure pushed down a bunt. Bach doesn't throw it back to second, he throws it over to first. He could have gotten the runner over at second, but he hesitated and gets the out over at first base. So that'll be out number 1.
Now batting, number 1, Michael Baca.
Shortstop Michael Baca steps up now. We are back to that dangerous top of the order for this Blue Jays. Flax over at second, not a stolen base risk, but you never know. The pitch, Baca swings, rips, Pepe knocks it down with his chest, throw over to first, and he'll get it, and he'll be out. Way to get in front of the ball from Pepe Marquez over at second base to get out number 2. Here comes Gotti Baez now.
Now batting, number 10, Gotti Baez.
Baez stepping up. We got Flax over on third and 2 outs. And Bach able to trust his defense to get that last out. Hopefully a similar fate will fall on Gotti Baez. The pitch. Hitting that outside corner for a strike. Bach getting balls out of the dirt here and in the strike zone now. The pitch. Going to be outside for ball 2. Facing this lefty hitter. Bach makes his way over to the right side of the mound. Shifting his spots. Winds up, delivers. Right down the middle. It's going to be hit foul. 1-2 the count now to Baez. Pitcher Cody Bach getting some support from the fans here at Levitt Stadium, as more start to filter in to watch game 2. The pitch swung on and ripped foul. Nice high outside pitch. Baez had to reach for that one. There was no way he was going to put that one in fair territory. Fouls it back. 1-2 remains the count. Bach looking to get one out to get out of this inning here for it to remain scoreless, but there's a runner on third. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. Bach looking at a 2-2 count now. Trying to get Baez to swing at something. He shouldn't. And get himself a strikeout here. The pitch. Inside, fouled off. Baez continues to battle. Two count, 2 outs. Colton Flax over on third base. And the Tabor College Blue Jays trying to add some insurance runs here to their 3-run lead in the last inning. Swing and a miss, and down he goes for a strikeout. And that'll end the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Panthers down by 3. Due up for the Panthers, Enriquez, Bueno, and Ivan Perez. Nice solid 2-3-4 in the order. Try to get back in this game. We are down by 3. Thomas Longworth remains on the mound. And we're starting off with Anthony Enriquez.
Leading off, shortstop, number 7, Anthony Enriquez.
Ant steps up. Gotta like the lefty-righty matchup we have here. Everybody on their feet in the Panthers dugout. York down by 3, and this is their last chance. Longworth delivers pitch number 1. Enriquez swings. It's a grounder between the third baseman and shortstop. They won't be able to get to it, and Anthony will get on with a single. And now we got center fielder Ivan Perez stepping up. Oh, excuse me, Jose Bueno.
Now batting, first baseman, 34, Jose Bueno.
We got our big, strong lefty, Jose Bueno, stepping up now. And Ant on first. He's going to take an okay lead here. I don't think he's going to risk and try to go to the stolen base, but we're probably looking at a hit and run. Bueno steps out, calls time because music continued to play. So the first pitch does not count. Bueno's walk-up song trailed over a little bit too long. First pitch, swung on and missed. Big swing from Jose. Bueno now looking at an 0-1 count, no outs. Anthony Enriquez over on first. York trailing by 3 and looking to lean on some of this contact from Bueno here. Pitch number 2. Check swing, pulls it back. That's going to be low for a ball 1. Bueno eager to swing the stick here. Enriquez with a safe lead off of first. But he does have some incredible speed. Bueno hits it. It's a grounder over to second base. They throw it. They get the out at second and at first. And Bueno grounds into a double play. And so now nobody on base for center fielder Ivan Perez.
Now batting, center fielder, number 5, Ivan Perez.
And Ivan Perez, York's last chance here. Nobody on, 2 outs. And that is not what we wanted to see. It was a double play, but we still have life. First pitch swung on and missed by Perez. Strike 1. Perez steps back into the box here. Pitch number 2. And that's that curveball that Longworth has. It goes so slow and floats and then just changes direction on you. Perez looks at it for strike 2. 0-2 count now. Next pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Ivan steps up to the plate. 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. The pitch. He swings and rips it fouled on the third base line. A good cut from Perez. Garrett Anktel on deck. Looking to get his chance to get back up in this game. All hinging on Perez getting on base. The pitch. Swung on and popped up out to shallow right field. Second baseman for Tabor is going to get to it. And that'll end the game. We'll score a game 1 here on Sunday. It's Tabor College 9, York College 6. Stay tuned for more York College baseball as we do have one more here. And thank you out there for listening and watching. We appreciate the support of our Panther fans. And we'll see you for the next one.